Hi, I'm Dr. Henning Görki from the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, and I'm here with Dr. Ella Biad, also an advanced endoscopist at our institution, and with Dr. Monish Arshad, who is the lead author of our recently published manuscript that we're here to discuss. The title is Randomized Controlled Trial Comparing the Francine Needle with the fork tip needle for EUS guided biopsy. And Rami has both needles here in his hand, and on first glance they look pretty similar to conventional FNA needles. Monish, can you talk about these needles a little bit and give us the background of our study?
Although fine needle aspiration, or FNA, has established itself as an effective technique to acquire pathological diagnosis, the ability to obtain histological core sample is limited with EUS FNA techniques. Although cytology is able to provide diagnosis in most cases, histology is still relevant in certain instances requiring immunohistochemical staining or subclassification of lymphoma, where cytology alone may be insufficient. To overcome these limitations, many EUS guided FNB needles or EUS guided biopsy needles have been introduced over past decades. Earlier studies using Wilson Cook TrueCut needle, which was a large 19 gauge diameter needle, did not show any added advantage of EUS FNB over EUS FNA. These needles were prone to failure given their complex mechanism and rigid design prohibiting biopsy at an angulated position. More recently, both Boston Scientific and Medtronic have introduced Francine and Charcot needle respectively. These devices are more flexible and easy to use, similar to a conventional EUS FNA needle. The only difference between a regular EUS FNA needle lies in the tip design, which is supposed to enable us to take better histological core samples.
So Manish, tell us, why did we decide to compare these two needles?
So we initially had very good experience with fork tip needle. We were positively surprised with its ability to obtain high quality tissue core sample in majority of cases, and we have previously published this data last year. However, our unit, we recently moved to Francine needle, and initially we were a little skeptical about the use of this needle given different studies showing that the fork tip needle is better than Francine needle. So we wanted to look at it in a more randomized control fashion, and hence we designed the study to compare these two needles.
So Monish, you mentioned that there was a retrospective trial that suggested that the fork tip needle was superior to the Francine needle. Did we confirm these results? What were our major findings?
So a total of 177 patients were consented for this study. 43 patients were excluded because they did not meet our inclusion criteria. 150 lesions in 134 patients were randomized 1:1 between fork tip and Francine needle group. There was no statistically significant difference between Francine needle and fork tip needle in terms of yield of histology sample, which is 95% versus 96% respectively. Similarly, both needles were similar in terms of diagnostic accuracy, 85% versus 91% respectively.
So Manish, we routinely use rapid on-site cytology for assessment of our specimen. Some people suggest that with these needles, we get histological specimen, which alleviates the use of on-site cytology. Can you tell us how we handle the specimen and whether this is necessary?
Yeah. So the needle content is pushed out with a needle stylet and expelled onto the glass slide. Using a small needle or a toothpick, visible tissue pores were separated from blood and touched onto a separate slide for touch imprint or touch preps before being placed into formalin. We separate visible core tissue from blood because otherwise blood contaminated cytological sample are often deemed non-diagnostic. That way we obtain both cytology and histology specimen from the same sample. It has been suggested that if we see a visible core tissue, it may obviate the need of rapid on-site cytological assessment, but we did not look at this part during our study.
Monish, how does this study add to the existing knowledge?
So various studies have compared Francine needle with fork tip needle, but these studies have been either retrospective in design or only included pancreatic lesions. Our randomized control study evaluated the role of both these needles to evaluate a wide variety of lesions in and around GI tract and gives a more comprehensive information about histological yield and diagnostic accuracy of these needles.
When we switched to these needles, we also changed our biopsy technique. Instead of using a suction syringe, we now use a styled slow pull technique to induce capillary suction. And I sometimes wonder if it's just the needle tip design that contributes to the high histologic yield, or whether it's the change in biopsy technique. What is your take on that?
There are a few things that may be looked into future. One of them is the rate of the stylet pull, comparing a slow pull technique versus a suction technique to obtain histological core, number of stabs per lesion, and the fanning technique. So all these can be studied in a randomized controlled fashion.
I think there's some studies out there putting a column of water in there and then doing a half pull. To add on what Munisha said, my technique is a combination of fanning technique and slow pull. Although the rate that we do that is not controlled for, I tend to do 2 extra sticks once the stylet is fully out.
Some authors describe a doorstep technique, which we don't use. Lock in the stopper and then moving the needle in very rapidly. So the way I conduct the biopsy is with a rapid needle stab using my index finger and thumb, followed by a slow withdrawal while the assistant slowly pulls the stylet.
Munish, what are our take-home message?
Both Francine and fork tip needle have similar performance and achieve high yield of histological samples in a wide variety of solid lesions in and around GI tract.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.